Hey everybody, it's Lisa with Lisa's Crafty Creations, and I'm here today to share a really kind of cool style journal. It's something different, and it was inspired by a flowish junk journal swap that I did with Miranda K over in the group Flowish Junk Journals. And for those of you not familiar with what a flowish junk journal is where you get all the parts to make a journal, but nothing's sewed in. There's no pockets or anything. It's all loose and you put it together yourself. And when I got this swap, it was beautiful. It was vintage was the theme, but Miranda had done vintage rose and it was pink, which is my favorite color. It was just gorgeous. And the more and more I looked at this, I thought, oh my gosh, she really did send me a whole journal, so I'll just put it together. And as I was putting it together, I only had to add just a little bit of ephemera. I didn't add that much at all. 99% of this is what she sent, and the other 1% is what I added. I'm calling this the Vintage Pink Rose Junk Journal. It is 9 by 6. It's 2 signatures. And with this journal, I did something different because when I did the signatures, they came out so fat, as you can see right there. So what I did was she sent me a hardcover book, and I put one. After I built my signatures and put all the ephemera in them and everything, they were just too fat to put 2. So what I did is I've put 1 signature in the cover, and it's just held in with an elastic band. And as you go through and you fill up this signature, you can take it out and you can add in the second signature. So it's like you're getting 2 journals for 1. All you have to do is slip the elastic band over the cover, slip the new one in, and you're good to go. So it's kind of a neat concept. Like I said, you're getting basically 2 junk journals for 1. Okay, the signature inside the journal is 58 pages. The loose signature is 68, so you have a total of 126 pages. Like I said, they are not sewn in. They are just banded in, so you can change them out when you're full. And let's get to it. The cover is, I used from TsunamiRose. This is Rose Paper Digital Set number 19 plain. And I thought it was just so pretty, and it went with the overall pink. I did some just coffee stained gauze. This is some ribbon that I've used. This is one of the things that I added. It's some pink gingham ribbon stamped in gold from Lori Fusco over at Girl of the Ridge. I bought her pink kit, and that was in the pink kit, and I just loved it. And then this is a little keychain rose, and the little roses on there is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. And I believe it is A Time for Roses or Timeless Chic. And that's one of Ephemera's Vintage Gardens freebies. And you do the spine. And then I just did pink dyed Kool-Aid dyed pink paper. And then I layered it with some of this gingham ribbon. And then on top was some ribbon, some pearl ribbon that Miranda had sent in our swap. So I put that as the final layer on the top. And then you can see the pink elastic band that's holding it all together. Then on the back you can see where I stamped it. And I've got my gauze and my ribbon. And everything's attached and not falling off. Okay? So let's go ahead and open it. Make sure I'm back in frame here. Okay. You open it, and the book inside I thought was so pretty. It's gold, and it looks like vintage wallpaper, so I just left it plain. Then this was paper. All the big cardstock sheets are all paper that came in my swap with Miranda. The fabric was some that she also included. This was also just cardstock folded over to make a pocket. I sewed it, I embellished it with some washi tape. And then inside here you have a little just writing area. And this is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden Shabby Chic Journal Pages. I just have that stuck in the pocket there. And then in the pocket here is some more. I made a little pocket on the front of the pocket with tickets. And then this is a spool from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, vintage ribbon spools. And then this is just a tag. They're all coffee stained on the back. And the tag is either the Time for Roses or Timeless Chic. I'll have to check. Okay, and then I made a tab with some fabric that Miranda sent in our swap. On this page is the other side of the pocket. I used a glittered rose stamp, a sticker that Miranda sent. And here, this is a tag I made from some of the Tim Holtz vintage wallpaper paper he has. And then this is some paper from TsunamiRose. It's a Grungy Digi Pages petticoat. And I used a vintage doily and made just a little pocket at the bottom, so you could actually do that if you wanted to. Goes back in the pocket. Lots of room for journaling in this kit. Pretty Rose. This card came from Miranda. Lots of journaling space. Lots of spaces for pictures. This is a vellum sheet, and I just thought that was so cool. Then I added just some Daphne's Diary washi tape. Then this is some more ephemera that Miranda sent. And here is a guest check from Girl on the Ridge's pink kit. And I decoupaged some pink roses. And then this is a notepad from Girl on the Ridge, Lori Fusco, her pink kit I purchased. This is just a little notepad here where she tore her paper, and it's got a pink rose sticker and some pretty ribbon just holding it all together. And that's from Girl on the Ridge. Like I said, I used my pink kit I had purchased from Lori Fusco, so that's in here. And ephemera, a little bit of ephemera from Ephemera's Vintage Garden and TsunamiRose. This is a page. It's like vintage wallpaper with like a vintage butterfly poster from Miranda. This was some of the ephemera Miranda sent, and this too, which I just lined with coffee stained paper. A lot of journaling spaces. This is just a vintage magazine page ad I had, and it was pink, so I threw it in. It's sewn around, and it's got coffee stained paper. This beautiful clip is one that came with my swap with Miranda. Thought it was so pretty. It says Blush, as you can see, and she sent some vintage wallpaper. Then this is a pocket that she made, and it's stuffed with all goodies that she sent in our swap. So the front is beautiful lace with pink roses, and it has that. Oh, and this is actually from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, the shabby chic pages. I just shrunk them down, and it goes there in there. And then in the pocket itself was a talcum and a rose. You can write on the back, and coffee stained paper, and that was from included in the swap with Miranda. It goes in the pocket that she made. I just attached it. This is another gorgeous pocket made by Miranda. She's got some rose trim, rose sticker, the paper lace. It's really pretty. And this is some of the ephemera from Miranda. I sewed around it and coffee stained it. And then this is from my pink kit from Lori Fusco, Girl on the Ridge. Another little just paper scrap. One of those matchbooks she makes. And it's been waxed on. She does her stuff so well. And as you can see, Miranda just sent me a whole journal. All I had to do was put it together. It was so easy. Lots of space for writing and everything. Oh, I always forget to put some ribbon. I'll add that. This was from Miranda in our swap. This was a file folder, and what I actually did was made a pocket out of it, and it comes with this little bit of paper to make notes on, and it just probably be easier to slide it in the top. See? Slide it in the top. Then I did a tuck spot with a vintage doily. And this is some more ephemera that Miranda sent. Here's my fabric tab. Now this is a bag from Girl on the Ridge. Paper clip is from Miranda, the swap with her. The ribbon on the side of the bag is also in the swap from Miranda. Inside the bag is, I made these lavender sachets. So it's just music paper, a dryer sheet, and lavender buds. You throw that in your sock drawer and your socks will smell good. And then you turn it, turn it over. There we go. Sorry. And then more. Then this was another, no, this was one I made. I copied Lori Fusco, Girl on the Ridge, which takes music paper and a coffee filter and makes it into a pocket. And then in here I have made a tag, 2 tags. This used some of the fabric from the swap. This is Tim Holtz, and this is a fussy cut rose. And it's a 2-layer pocket, as you can see. There we go. And this was some ephemera from the swap with Miranda. I sewed it and backed it with coffee stain paper. And then this was a belly band I made. And then this is just a fun flip out. And it just holds some stickers and, my goodness, and this is just a little envelope, a coin envelope that you could stick stuff in. And there's a sticker that was part of the swap with Miranda, and it's just stuck in there. And then it just slides on the belly band. And then, okay, this is another pocket Miranda made, and she put a little piece of ephemera in there. And then this is some more of the Tim Holtz wrote vintage paper, like wallpaper. And it goes in the pocket. It's the other half of my ad I had. As you can see, this paper is just gorgeous that came in our swap. Then this was a bag from Lori Fusco, and I just cut it in half and then sewed it together and made 2 pockets. And then this was just some ephemera that came in the swap with Miranda, and I put one of the vintage stickers on there that she sent. And then she sent a whole bunch of vintage talcum powder ephemera, so that's in this back pocket. Look at the beautiful wallpaper. And then this more ephemera. This is all from the swap with Miranda. And then this is an envelope from Girl on the Ridge and a paper clip from my pink kit. And you open it up, and this is a notes, and it's from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, her vintage planner notes. And it's got some of the fabric from Girl on the Ridge, and then this is a paper clip from Girl on the Ridge, and it's just paper clipped onto here. The envelope is also part of that pink kit she did. And then here's our back page with a pocket. And then this is vintage spools from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, and this is part of TsunamiRose's A Bloom ephemera pack. And they're in this pocket, whoops, back here. And on the back is another pocket. I didn't put anything in there, but I will. So that's the signature that's in the journal. And as you can see, the journal it'll close, but it's very puffy. So 2 journals wouldn't have fit. So once you fill this one up, just take the elastic, bring it over, take this journal out, and insert this one. And I'll do a flip through of this one. Okay, we have the same concept, just paper from Miranda in our swap. What I did was just sewed the paper so it made a pocket. This is some ephemera that came with the swap. I just backed it with some coffee dye paper and sewed it on. And then the front, I used some of the Grungy Digi Pages petticoat from TsunamiRose, and I filled it with the vintage ribbon spools and the timeless for roses or timeless sheep freebies from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. Then this is another altered paper clip that came in the swap with Miranda. And then there's some fabric that also came in the swap. I made a tab. The tabs are at the beginning and in the middle of the signature on both. And this is the back of the pocket. And here is some ephemera that came from Miranda in our swap. Just gorgeous vintage roses. And they're all pink, mostly. This is some more ephemera that came with my swap. Some more of the Daphne's Diary washi tape. Then a tuck spot. And this is from TsunamiRose. And then this came in the swap. Then another vellum sheet. Isn't that pretty? That is just gorgeous. Then this little file folder was decorated by Miranda. And at the back it says Rose. And then she stuck some miniature ephemeras in there. Lots of writing space. Lots of space for pictures. This was a pocket she totally decorated. Has little ribbons, lace. It has a flower. Has a lot of little ephemera. As you can see, it has a rose. It has a fabric tab. And it came with all of this little ephemera in it. Isn't it pretty? So this was all part of the swap with Miranda. And this is another vintage ad I had that I thought went good. And I backed it with coffee dyed paper. Lots of journaling space. Beautiful card again from Miranda in our swap. Sewed and coffee backed on the back. Then this is a tuck spot that came in our swap. And this is a tag from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, some of her freebies. And then this came in the swap. This came from Sue Olson on Etsy on a purchase I made. And then this is your your drawer sachet. It's got your lavender in it. It's the music paper and a dryer sheet. On the back, this is just TsunamiRose with some of that ribbon. And then this tag came from Miranda. I just backed it with some coffee dyed paper. And then this is some of TsunamiRose's paper. And this is some great cutouts that Miranda sent in our flowish journal swap. And then here is the vintage spools from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. And I am giving the purchaser of this journal some of the gingham fabric strips from my kit from Lori Fusco, Girl on the Ridge. The center, as you can see, it's just held in. Will be held in with this. Is a pocket. I made 2 little envelopes. I put stickers on them. You can take them apart. They unfold. There's a little one. It unfolds. You can make notes on that. And then the big one also folds out. You can make a note and then fold it back up. And then this one tucks behind it like that. And then this is a ephemera card, journaling card from TsunamiRose. And then this is just some decoration. I mimicked the one on the pocket earlier. This is all ribbon from Miranda in our swap. Gorgeous journaling card. And on the back side, more journaling cards. This one is from TsunamiRose, and this one came in the kit. And just gorgeous journaling, gorgeous decorations. These pockets Miranda made were just absolutely stunning. And look how pretty the postcard. And this all came from the swap with Miranda. Then here is a bag. This bag actually came from Miranda in our swap. it was holding ribbons and everything. And inside is a big journaling spot, some ephemera from TsunamiRose. It just fits in the pocket, and I put it where you can see the pink in the lady. Lots of journaling space, lots of space for notes. The back of my ad. Here's another file folder that came in the swap, and then a piece of ephemera that came with it. I just thought that was pretty great bookmark, if you ask me. Okay, and then you flip it. Lots of picture space. Then this is just Caring for Roses, some from ephemera I stuck in there. And then you flip it over, and you have this gorgeous gold envelope. And the clip is from the swap. The envelope is decorated. This piece came from my Think Pink kit that I purchased from Girl on the Ridge, Lori Fusco. Isn't it pretty? It's all waxed and coffee stained and everything. And inside is a gorgeous piece of coffee dyed rose paper that I got from Deborah's Specialty Papers. I'll link her shop below, but isn't that pretty? So that's what's in the gold envelope. The gold envelope was mine. I just made it better with what's inside and the embellishment outside. And it just flips over and makes a tuck spot for the ephemera on that side. And then the little paper clip was part of the swap with Miranda. There's the other side of the vellum. Then this ribbon was from Miranda, and I just cut slits and made a decoration on the side. Then you get plain pink on the back. And then the back pocket, the ephemera from the swap with Miranda. Another journaling card. And then you flip it. And then this is a pocket on the back. And another beautiful journaling spot. And that's the back. And oh, I'll put something in there too. So that was my vintage flowish journal swap with Miranda. As you can see, 99% of what she sent me made up this cool 2-in-1 journal, because you get one signature elastic in, and then you get a second journal, a second signature. So when you fill up the first one, you can just switch them out and you have another whole brand new journal. So this is for sale. If you're interested, you can message me on here. And also I will be posting pictures and this YouTube video in my group on Facebook, Arts and Crafts Central. I'll link it below if you're interested in joining or discussing this journal with me more. So anyway, I'm super excited about this one. It was a lot of fun. Miranda, thank you for the great inspiration. You made it so easy. Talk to you later. Bye.